Hello YouTube fam, how y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. Man, we don't talk about conspiracy theories. But you know what? I'm going to say this. This information that I put out there is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not trying to get you to believe everything that's out there. I'm just trying to get you to understand that there are other way of thinking. There are alternate forms of truth. You know, a lot of times we think that the stuff that, we hear and we see is like something that's, like not factual. Put it like this, man. McDonald's, they had those burgers. Wendy's had those 1 cent burgers. Whereas if you bought something, you can get a burger for 1 cent. I don't know if it was a cap on how many you could buy. But you know what? I say it this way. With all these missing kids and people say, Unc, you just be talking at the side of your ass. Because you do, Unc. I enjoy listening to these conspiracy theories, Unc, but sometimes you're so far-fetched. Fam, there's been a crisis on meat for a while. There's been a situation going on that they said there may not be enough of meat to feed people, right? So all of a sudden, you sitting here looking at this situation, right? Now they offering you free burgers and, dollar burgers and all this other stuff. Where the hell are they getting all this meat from? And if the company say they losing money, where are they getting all this money from? Even if, family, I understand if somebody went out and bought $5 worth of stuff from Wendy's and said, look, got a 1 cent burger. But think about it. What if over 1 billion people, 5 million people did that? Where's all that meat coming from? Think about it. There are missing kids at the border. There are so many missing from the border. Damn it, that's like a crisis right there. Do you know over 400 million people are trafficked in this world right now? I'm trying to figure out what are we using for meat? How are we feeding all these magnitudes of people? They're talking about that Maui situation and they're talking about all the other stuff that's going on. I wanted to talk to you all about that lady. You remember that lady from the airplane? Remember saying that motherfucker is not real. I don't care what are you saying. That motherfucker right there is not real. That's not a real person. And everybody was looking like, who the hell is she talking about, right? And they looking, and they showing a videotape. But you notice there's only one tape of that instance. Do you know that? There's only one videotape. And the reason why I bring this up, because everybody was recording it. But why is it only one person actual tape that we seen? Now, all of a sudden, they said at one point that this woman had went missing and all of that, right? Nobody heard from her. Nothing happened, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, she popped up. And she got on TV and was saying she apologized. She was on on an Instagram or something. And TMZ was carrying the story saying that she apologized. She had misspoke. Mental health is really a big thing. Fam, the people were saying before the internet, they said she wasn't drinking before and she wasn't doing this. She seen something. When she got off that plane, when they got them all off that plane, they wouldn't let her board the next plane. But you know what happened? The person that she said wasn't real didn't get on the next plane either. So do you understand? She seen something. Fam, it's not that hard to understand what is real out here, man. We all see shit. There's shit happening all around us. We just can't see it. We don't know what is in all those chemtrails that they put up in the atmosphere and fly all around us. It really stops us from seeing shit. Only with like special glasses and goggles are you able to see stuff that's really out there. Special binoculars and all that shit, man. You realize that it's so much of stuff, man. It's shit standing beside you half of the time. You just can't see it. There are things around us at all times, man. Maybe they're in an alternate reality or whatever, man. Put it like this. About the firmament. A lot of people say that we live on a flat disk and there's a dome above the disk. And we live basically in like a pod, but we live underwater, deep under the water. And this is why the sky is blue. And this is why the sky turns black. Because the water is deep, it's blue sometimes, and it's dark sometimes when the sun and the moon, whatever, fam. And I'm just sitting here listening, and I'm saying, some of this stuff has merit. It does. Some of this stuff is actually real if you think about it. You may think and say, Unc, you know what? You just be talking crazy. I can't believe you remember that. And you know what? There's been a lot of people talking about organ donors. You know what? A lot of people who are organ donors, they said, hey, it's some other stuff happening, Unc, that you don't know about. It's people out here that been getting shot up left and right, that ain't in gangs, that ain't into any damn thing. These people are so straight-laced, and they said, no, they got to be gang-related. No, but they said they seen a all-white van shoot up somebody. And people were like, oh, guns are easy to get on the street. You could get like an M16 for $20. I said, shit, I need to go on the street and get a whole bunch of $20 M16s. You're not getting guns like that. And they're shooting them in odd places where organs are not damaged. Fam, you know what? This is why I said I'm kind of weary of when, they ask you, are you an organ donor? People get out here and do stuff, and you trying to figure out what happened to such and such. There's been many cases where they buried people without organs trying to figure where their organs went. There's a lot of shit going on here. And there's a lot of shit going on about that AI. People are saying that artificial intelligence might be the next Antichrist, But I'm going to say this. We have built this stuff up to the point where it's hard to actually deal with this stuff, man. We making this stuff so self-aware, and it sees that we are a problem. We are, are an infection on this planet. And, then I was looking at a lot of things, man. Somebody who came to me the other day and was talking to me about how could I say volcanoes and hills and mountains are trees. Those are rocks. Those are petrified trees. There are petrified giants. There are petrified animals. Hell, they say that the continents are petrified animals. They were animals at one point in time. Some sort of animal. North America and all the rest of them was some sort of something, and all of it was petrified, fam. I think a lot of this stuff has merit. I believe that we look at this situation not right, but we looking at it in the wrong way, and we don't see anything. We don't see what's truly happening. We don't see that, these people have been holding the wool over our eyes for years, man. They've been talking about Antarctica and how Antarctica has the Garden of Eden in it, and, the original trees of the planet, how trees are gigantic, and, we were Avatar, and we were connected to nature. Our third eye was open, and, they use certain things to get into our reality and take over everything. You know what? Look. There's an inner sun within, the planet. There could be a black sun in there. I'm going to tell you something. I don't put nothing past anything. A lot of people say, hey, Unc, you was wrong when you said that you believe they mapped the whole bottom of the ocean. I truly believe they mapped the bottom of the ocean. They know what's out there. There are sea creatures out there that, at one point in time was heard all the way around the damn world, under the water. It was heard. It was calling out. And they actually on one satellite got a picture of something that was bigger than the Eiffel Tower in the water. Fam, do you know what the hell that is? Not the Eiffel Tower. I'm going to say the damn Sears Tower. That's crazy. And, I'm sitting here thinking, man, it's so much out there. When I tell you that dinosaurs truly exist, I tell you that there's other things. People talk about, the Bible and every damn thing else. But you know what? I'm going to be honest. The Bible is both good and bad. If you look at it, 1 minute it's contradicting itself. So how do we know that the Bible is real? How do we know everything that happened is what it is? I'm listening to stuff that don't make sense. I was looking at Queen Elizabeth's death, and I noticed that they broke like a stick and put it on a casket. Not a wand, not a scepter, not like a staff. They broke like a wand. I'm like, what is that about? What does that symbolize? I was trying to figure that out. There's a lot of stuff that's happening right now that's done in our face. It's not hidden. It's not behind our back. It's right in our face. And right now, we really need to pay attention to it. Because this is where we're being hit with, man. It's just crazy right now. We're not really paying attention to what they're doing to us, man. Like I told you, with all those burgers and all of this shit, with all these missing kids, Jeffrey Epstein's island, how he was associated with Queen Elizabeth and the royal family, how he was associated with presidents, all of them damn near. And, I'm like, there's been so many people that was on that island that they released a lot of the names, and you like, damn. Then when I was talking about the Maui incident, and people were like, I don't understand. All the celebrities put tarps over their house, but none of their houses were burned at all. Everybody else who wasn't a celebrity, who didn't have the blue tarp over their house, got damaged. How does that work? What is really going on? Like I told you, there's some secrets that's happening around here. They're talking about the end of days. They're talking about how, at this particular time, solving green is damn near happening right now. We see the true wrath of what's going on, and, how an antichrist would come to power soon. Being of somebody that people like and respect, and all of a sudden, sooner or later, you'll see who he truly is. You remember the movie The Stand? The guy showed up after God had, pulled all the people off the planet and left all those other people there. That guy came and, everybody thought he was a good guy. Come to find out he was the devil. This is the thing that I look at. Sometimes I don't think we truly understand what's going on. All those chemtrails, all this mass stuff that I was talking to you about, what's in those hot dogs, and people were like, yeah, people just adding secret sauce. So that means you got so many people adding secret sauce. That means you got damn near 1 million people daily adding secret sauce. 2% human DNA? Or are you telling me that the animals that this stuff come from has partial human in them? With all those human growth hormones, you don't know. Just being honest. Have you seen some of those pigs? Do you see some of those chickens with 6 legs and all of this stuff? Man, they got lab created stuff where, have you seen the test on those GMOs where people put, cut up like bell peppers and stuff, and cut up tomatoes, organic ones, then the GMOs, and they added salt to like water, and like the regular ones that was organic was just moving around like, like as it moves in the pot, like if the pot is moving, but the GMO was moving like a snake. And they were showing how some of these GMOs that we eat, far as like the chickens and all that stuff, had pops and it moves and all of that stuff, like how it tries to eat some of the other stuff. And I'm like, wait, what are we eating? These are other animals. These are other creations. These are something totally different. You remember they created all them damn carps and salmon and shit like that, and tried to put them in the ocean, and put them in rivers, and said we gonna these things will be sterile and they won't live past this and that. But what they did, they started eating the other salmon. Yeah, Shit is real out here, man. This is why I say you gotta really look at this stuff, man. Spiritual warfare is another. Like I say, when you get toys and things like that, man, you gotta make sure when you getting these used as toys, you need to pay attention. You know, some of this shit, man, you gotta go and sage your house. I told you that before. I had to do that before. I had to do it twice. Like I say, you gotta be careful what you bringing in. You don't know what's attached to some of this stuff. You don't know what type of energy and all of that stuff. You know, like I say, sometimes bringing shit in, it's hard getting shit out. So I just want to make sure I say that to you all. You know, make sure you understand, just because you don't believe in it, don't mean that it don't believe in you. So keep that in mind. Till later, fam. Thank you for watching. Peace out.